Ahoy! So I am out on a secret river today again, and this is a secret spot that I've only been to a couple of times, and I'm going to keep it a secret because it's not a very big area that holds gemstones, and if the wrong sort of people found out about this spot, then they would probably destroy it pretty quickly. There's not a huge amount of gemstones here, but they are here, and when you find them, they tend to be really good quality, and they are also never been in a major river system, so they're basically the same as they were when they first came out of the volcano. And this stuff here is basalt, and this has been thrown up by a nearby volcanic vent, and the sapphires have come out with that material, and over 44 million years they've found their way down into this gully, and there's a little bit of a stream here. So I've been here for about an hour and I haven't found any gemstones. I've been finding a few spinels and heavy material, but no gemstones yet. So I've changed spots and I'm just going to give it another go here. So I thought I'd turn the camera on and so you can get an idea of what's happening, and you can see in real time whether I find anything. So I have found some good stones in this area in the past, but as I say, I've only been here a couple of times, so you just never know. That's a good circle. That's a really good circle of black stones there. Alright, so that looks like a zircon there. I think that's all I've got. It's one zircon. But as you can see, I'm getting quite a few spinels. There's another zircon there, another zircon there. So at least that was better than what I was getting before. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scoop those up, and I'm going to start working this new spot that I'm digging in. So I tried one spot first and it just wasn't working for me, so I've changed spots, and I'm going to give this a go for a while. Alright, we'll see how we go. Oh dear, beautiful day today. I didn't know what I was going to do today until about half an hour before I left to come here. It was such a beautiful day, I just couldn't stay at home, and I decided to jump in the car and come out here. I've been wanting to come back to this spot for a while. Not many people know about it, but enough to know that they come here quite regularly and have a dig. But yeah, it's not widely known. There's a few black stones there. I'm getting a few on the outside, which is... I'm going to have to improve my sieving skills. But yeah, it's not overly well known, this spot, so I'd like to keep it that way. But yeah, it's been worked pretty hard over the years, but yeah, it would be worked a lot harder if people knew about it. So I'm going to keep it a secret, and just out of respect for other people that come here too, I don't want them getting cranky at me. Alright, keep going. So there's no such thing as easy fossicking, but you can certainly make it easier for yourself. And the way I do it is to just get all the big rocks out first. And then anything under a centimetre just goes straight into the bottom sieve. So they're the only two sieves that I use. The top 1 centimetre sieve and the bottom like 3mm sieve or whatever it is, 3 or 4mm sieve. I don't use the top sieve that goes in the top of this one. That's all you need, you just need that. you could bypass the bucket and you could just tip the bucket on the shovel on top of that straight into this sieve and sieve like that, but I like to fill the bucket up first. You get about 3 sieves out of each bucket. Shorten the process as much as possible. You dump the shovel in the top of that. Everything smaller than a centimetre will go straight through, and you throw the rest away, and then you sieve that bottom sieve. If there's a sapphire in there that's a centimetre across, you're gonna find it. You don't need that middle sieve. It's just an extra step that you do that's completely unnecessary. So that's my Secret River Tours secret tip for the day. I'll do it again. Straight on. Don't muck around. So that's a whole shovelful out of the river. Give it a shake. And that's it. You don't have to sit there. The old way that people do it is they have the top sieve in there and they spend all day throwing these rocks out of the top sieve. You're wasting time. Complete waste of time. I can get that through in 10 seconds. It's done. So is that you only have a certain amount of time on the river and you only have a certain amount of energy, and you want to be as efficient and effective as possible. Don't waste time sitting there throwing rocks around and looking at things. You just get it in, get the big rocks out first, process with your bottom sieve, flip it over and chuck it in the white bag and keep going. The more gravel you can get through your sieve, the more chance you've got of getting sapphires. You can spend all day looking at your sieve and looking at rocks, and you're just burning daylight. Life's too short. Lots of spinel in it, but they're pretty small. So as you can see, I'm just bouncing it in my hand. I'm not actually hanging onto the sieve. If you hang onto the sieve, the stones all get mixed up. It's better if you just bounce it on your hands, bounce it on your fingers like that. I'm not actually holding onto it. And just go in a circular motion. When you do it about 100 million times, you can sort of bounce it on your hands and spin it at the same time. Righto! We've got a nice circle in the middle. However, I can't see any gemstones in the middle. However, I've also got a dark ring around the outside. And I can see a sapphire. I wonder if you saw it. Go back. There it is. It's a sapphire. See what it's like. Oh, it's lovely. It's a ripper. It's only small. It's a little sapphire. So there you go. It's a little, really light blue colour. But yeah, they're few and far between here, but when you do find them, they're really good quality. Alright, so I'm going to scoop that up. So I'm going to get those black stones along the edges and scoop up the middle with the sapphire. And I'm going to go through them again when I go home. So I'm doing about 3 sieves to a bucket. Give it a good mix first to get all the sand out. I'll try and centre it this time. Try and get those black stones off the edge and back into the middle. Whee! Ah! It's a bit better. I can see a red stone there. I don't know whether you can see that or not. But it all goes in to the bag. I don't waste any time. So this isn't a place that I can bring people. I'm only licensed to take people to certain spots. So I can't actually take people here on tours. It's not really suitable for bringing people down here. It's pretty hard to get to. And it's a bit steep getting down into here. And it's a fair walk too, so yeah, it's not real good for bringing the general public. But it's fun. It's a fun day out. Another nice circle of spinels. I can see some redstones there, a couple of zircons, an orange zircon there. I can't see any blues. But that's pretty normal for here. You've got to really work for them. But it's like any time you go gem hunting, there's a bigger spinel. There's no easy way of doing it. You've got to do the hard work. There's no way around it. I've met a lot of people who try and find an easy way to do it. Trust me, after 25 years of doing it, it doesn't exist. You can do it easier and you can do it more efficiently, but it's never easy. Rightio. Let's have another go. So all this material is all off the top. There's a lot of black material in that. But this is all off the top. So it's all just come down in the last dump of rain, which was only a few days ago. So it's just the stuff that's washed down in the last week that I'm going through. Rightio. Let's see what happens this time. Oops. Sorry about that. Hoo-yah! There's a nice little black circle there, straight into the bag and go on to the next sieve. Not mucking around. No, that'll all go in. So we got 2 buckets out of that, 2 sieves out of that one. Wasn't full to the top. Booyah! I think my sieving's getting a bit better. Next! Alright, so I've been having another dig. I'm digging in a different spot. And half asleep, thinking about fishing, and this turns up. Sitting on my shovel. Have a look at it. I haven't touched it yet, I haven't picked it up, but it's a pretty chunky looking sapphire. I've only found 1 sapphire so far, and this is the second one, and it's a bloody beauty. I don't know whether it's clear or not. Alright, let's have a look here. I'll just put it on the ground. Basically, I was just digging in the main creek in a bit of a sort of a bowl. Now, it's not really a gem quality sapphire, but I don't really care. That's a pretty good size blue sapphire, and it's a lovely one to keep and take home. It's a beauty. Rightio, so there it is. Not a bad stone. This is exciting. Let's see if we can pick another one up But yeah, if that's all I find today, I'll be pretty happy with that. Let's see what else is in there. Yeah. Not much. All right, I'm just going to rip through. So there you go. Sometimes they're just a one-off sapphire sitting there. But, definitely worth persevering in that spot a little bit longer. Didn't even have to sieve that one. Usually when you find a bigger sapphire, you find it before it gets into the sieve. And that one's not huge, it's about 4 carats, something like that. Yep, not much, there's not much spinel in that at all, so I'd say it was just a bit of an outlier, I reckon. But that tells me something, that tells me that there's bigger sapphires here, and that they have been missed, and if you dig in little pockets, you've got a chance at finding one. So you can see how quickly I'm getting through a bucket of gravel without all those big rocks in it, and I'm not wasting my time picking them out one at a time. I let the big sieve do that all in one go. I'm using a small sieve today just because it was it's a bit harder to get to this spot, so it's easier just to use the little sieve. But yeah, there's not much there. Even though I found a good sized sapphire there, I don't think I'll keep digging. I'm going to try a new spot. Hardly anything in it except one big sapphire. That's how it is sometimes. Rightio, new spot. Now I'm digging here. Where you guys are is bedrock, granite. There's bedrock here, and there's a natural little trap in here. Now this has probably been dug 100 times, but every time it floods, it brings new gravel down in here, and it's a trap. So if anything that's travelled up there has come down through here, it may have actually stopped in here. But we're going to have a bit of a dig and just see what's in it. Get as much through as we can. I can't see too much spinel in it. Not much by the look of it. Very good. I don't think there'll be much in it, but you won't know until you do the sieve. Proof is in the sieving. You never know, we might just jag a loose one like we did before. Like I always say, it's more to do with being out in the bush than finding things. It's always good to find stuff, but I just like being outside and having a go. Oh, there's some spinels there, and there's a little zircon, but nothing too exciting. A 2 sieve bucket that time. Come back, bucket. Oh yeah! And nothing. Oh well, worth a try. Let's go look for another spot. Much fun. Alright, so change spots again, and I have picked up another sapphire. I don't know whether you can see it or not. There it is there. It's a little sapphire. Once again, not very exciting, but it's a sapphire. Rightio, so I actually got 2 sapphires in that sieve, at least. So you can see one there. That one there. And then there's a super clear one here. It's a blue one. I'll just hold the camera steady. I'll just see if I can pick it up. Yeah, it's a bit hard to see, but it's just a really, really light blue colour. Almost clear. There you go, you can see it there now. But super clear, extremely light blue. It's only about a carat and it's got a crack through it, so it's not really a gem quality, but yeah, it's just a beautiful little sapphire. So I'm actually getting into a few now. Rightio, as you can see, there's a nice big circle of black stones there. There's nothing obvious there. There's a few little zircons there, but I can't see anything blue. But that's alright, we'll take that home and we'll sieve it again when it's sunny, probably tomorrow. Alright, next sieve to go. Alright, so, let's see if you can spot the sapphire. I'll give you a hint, it's exactly where it's supposed to be. And that is right there, right in the middle. Where's the shadow? There it is. Yeah, right there it is. Just a tiny little light blue sapphire. Nothing too exciting. I'll see if I can pick it up. You can see how it disappears when you put the shade on it. And that's why they're really easy to miss. It's super clear. Very light blue colour. It's hard to see. Rightio, so it's hard to see because it's dark and light, but a good circle of black stones, and I got a little blue sapphire in that sieve. Just a baby. They're all pretty small, except for that big one I found earlier. But just never know what might turn up. But anyway, one more sieve I think, and that's it. I've been saying that this is going to be the last bucket for the last 4 buckets, so it might be my last bucket, it may not be. Alright, this is the next sieve. And there's a couple of red stones there. I think I might do one more bucket. Can't help myself. Rightio, so I'm halfway up this hill. Not too far now. It's a lot easier getting here than getting back to the car, I can tell you. It's hard going getting up this hill. But yeah, it's not a bad spot here. It's certainly worth a day out. You can get some nice stones here, and you get a lot of nice. The rough sapphires are beautiful. They tend to be a light colour. And nice clear, and they're quite jagged and yeah, really nice. But I'll just pull up here and have a little rest, look at the view. But whew,